Welcome, Mage. I'm Rhino, and today we are going to be doing a strange pair of planeswalkers.
So the planeswalkers themselves aren't that strange, but we are we've done some strange things to the decks themselves. So it's kind of interesting what we've done. Um, yeah, you go ahead and cut mine. I'll cut yours. We'll find out who goes first. Now, since we just put these together, we just finally got them together like moments ago. And so we're going to kind of do free mulligans until we get a decent hand. Just because we just shuffled them up and all that. But ow, it looks like I will take first on. Now they are based around planeswalkers, and Wizards used to put out these planeswalker decks. They were a lot of fun. They were really low powered, um, but they were cheap. So we figured, why don't we do some planeswalker decks that aren't low powered, that are still cheap. So that's what we did. Um, and let's see here. I got a few little bitty bits and pieces that we got to get going here. And I absolutely cannot play this. So, can you play that hand?
Um, I got land.
You got a land?
No,
Okay. You got a lot of land?
got some.
Okay. I had no land, so we just literally minutes ago they were finally put together, so they haven't been given enough chance to be shuffled reasonably.
Yeah.
All right. So, oh, hey, wait a second. That is not right. I've got to change something here real quick. That is not my name. There. Now that's my name. Woohoo. All right, let's see what we got now. I know we are streaming at a strange time today. It happens to be Super Bowl, but yeah, we're not that interested in the Super Bowl. Um,
Yeah.
this is playable. I will go with playable. Um, so I will go first, and I will play an Evolving Wilds. Do I need to bring that up? Let me bring that up just so people can see what that is. That is sacrifice, tap, and draw a card. So I will do that while Rhino takes his turn.
Okay.
And what I will be
Draw.
putting on the ground is a swamp. That swamp.
I will play a mountain, tap one, and play Camino in Faces of
Of the K's, Kakazan. So you start out with a lore counter on there, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control. So
Yeah.
I suppose I'll be taking 1, going down to 19.
Yep.
All right. I want to make sure that this is shuffled really good. All right, Ryan, I'll go ahead and give that a good cut for me. I said a good one, not a bad one. All right. I will untap, draw. I will play a Hissing Quagmire tapped. So there we go. So this is a playtest card for us because we haven't been able to find all of our cards yet. We're close. We're getting things sorted. Pretty certain we have some of these. So in fact, I I just don't know where they are. We're getting things organized. Oh, hey, there is yeah, Eric Hunter is on, said Rhino, and so
Hey.
much fun, says Rhino is here. So yeah, we're doing we don't watch Super Bowl, or in this case, we don't watch Taylor Swift watching the Super Bowl, right? So pass turn.
Yeah. Draw. That will go up to a
A two.
2.
When you cast your next creature spell this turn, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Erica said, I've run some practice games with my commander deck. A lot more familiar with the deck. That's good.
Cool. I'm going to play
A drippy land?
a Drippy Land. And
You got pumpy lands and drippy lands. I got woody lands and squishy lands.
tab 2.
Contentious plan.
Contentious.
So,
I
contentious plan, you proliferate and then you draw a card. So when you proliferate, the proliferation happens before you draw the card, technically. So what does that say? You exile it and return it. So it returns with a creature on the backside, which has haste, I believe.
Yes.
It's a 2/2 with haste.
Mm-hmm.
And if a creature deals damage this turn, if a creature dealt damage this turn, basically you exile instead. By a source you control would die, exile instead. Okay.
I'm gonna go draw the card.
All right. So. All right. Well, you didn't cast a creature.
Yeah.
But you do have haste.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to use that haste?
Yeah.
All right. So you will hit me for 2. Dos. All right. Let's see what we've got here on my turn. I have I am going to play a green land. 2, 3, 4, 6. I am all right. All right. I'm going to do 3 to cast Covert Cut Purse. So the Covert Cut Purse is a double-sided card. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature you don't control that was dealt damage this turn. Nothing. Okay. But it has Disturb. So for 4 and a black, I may cast this card from my graveyard transformed for the Disturb cost, which would be a 2/2 creature. But I have the Covert Cut Purse, and it is your turn, bud.
Draw. I'm going to play
A bumpy land?
a bumpy land. And let's see. I'm going to. I'm gonna do a Spark Jolt and.
Oh, Spark Jolt. Oh, man. That is annoying. So Spark Jolt deals 1 damage to a target creature.
And then I get the scratch.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep that on top.
All right.
And combat.
All right. Hit me for 2 more.
2 more. I was thinking of hitting you, but
All right. Well, that takes out my blocker. Uh, let's see here. What do I want to do? I think I want to do a Sky Scanner.
Sky Scanner.
So
Ooh.
Sky Scanner is draw a card. All right.
Creature was dealt damage by a source. Oh yeah.
Creature was dealt damage just by a source you control. Oh, it's exiled instead. So I can't bring it up for the disturb.
Yeah.
If it's played correctly, I can build up a lot of mana and play some good cards. Yes, that's the way it was designed. All right. We're pretty good at building commander decks.
I think so.
All right, your turn, bud.
Thought they were Planeswalker decks.
Oh, he's talking about his commander deck that we built for him.
Oh yeah. I'm going to play my
Okay.
that and does it make sense? Now we'll do combat. Attack you for 2. Okay.
Think.
Exile.
Oh, exiled. All right. Oh, sorry. I thought.
No.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Elvish Visionary.
And get to draw a card.
Yep, get to draw a card. Pass turn.
Draw.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna play. Actually, no, not yet. Do it this and play Chandra.
Okay, Chandra. So with Chandra, you can +1, and it will allow him to look at the top card of his library, and he can play it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, you exile it, and then you may play it.
Yeah.
So,
I've not played a land this turn.
okay. And are you certain that the top card is a land?
And she starts out.
Yeah, and when one or more loyalty counters are removed from Chandra, It deals that much damage to target opponent or planeswalker.
She starts out as a 4.
Yep. Starts out as 4.
And I'm going to
Plus her up to a 5.
plus her up to a 5.
Okay. Take a look at the top card of your library. And you may play. No, you don't put it into exile. It goes into like another exile, not the exile. So now you may play that.
I am.
Okay.
Um. Hmm. Combat.
Okay. Block.
God.
All right. Fine. All right. Let's see what I can do here now. Ravenous Chupacabra.
Ooh.
Okay, so Ravenous Chupacabra enters the battlefield, and when it does, destroys target creature and opponent controls. Yes. Finally, I can get rid of that sucker. So I'm not exiling all my stuff. All right. Pass turn.
And draw. Um. This makes no sense.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to do I'm gonna yeah. That and that.
Okay, 2 red and blue.
And do Fateful End.
Fateful End.
Mainly for the scry.
Oh, yeah, right. It deals 3 damage to any target. All right.
I'm gonna keep that on top.
Okay.
And then I'm going to plus
All right.
her up.
Okay.
And who knew? Spark Jolt
So you're going to do a Spark Jolt
on you.
for 1. So that'll take me down to 14. All right.
And
You don't get to keep looking at it. It's only when you do the +1. Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Scry.
scry.
All right. Then say Scry.
I'm gonna keep that on top.
Okay. All right.
Your turn.
Okay. Um,
Oh yeah, I didn't play land.
hmm?
I didn't play land.
Well, you said your turn.
Oh
Do you really need that land down?
no.
All right. I think I am going to send a murderous rider on an adventure.
So it's
Destroy target creature or planeswalker.
no.
Granted, I lose 2 life. So, bye-bye planeswalker. Now, we weren't really planning on these decks being this good against each other, but maybe they are. All right. So that's on an adventure. All right. Pass turn.
Okay, untap. Upkeep. And draw.
Okay.
Third. And
So you got 6 lands. I've got 4. Now, the interesting thing about these decks, this deck has nothing but creatures in it. All of my spells are from Enter the Battlefield triggers.
yeah. I muck around with.
And his deck is mostly instants, which is annoying.
I'm going to play Volt Charge.
Okay, Volt Charge. So Volt Charge comes in and deals 3 damage to any target, then proliferate. Let me see. 3 damage to me.
Yeah.
So that knocks me down to 9. All right, proliferate. All right.
Opt.
What do you opt for?
I opt for
Scry and draw.
Scry Draw. I'm gonna keep that on top.
Okay.
Actually, no. Then I draw.
Draw.
I go,
Yeah.
And pass turn.
All right. Okay. Well, another hissing quagmire. At least that'll give me something next turn at least.
The man land.
Yes, it is a man land. All right. I am going to do this and do Land of War Visionary.
Ooh.
So, Land of War Visionary, when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and then next turn I'll be able to tap it for mana. Okay. I will pass turn. See if I can turn this game around. Now that I finally have a little bit of mana to deal with.
And I'll go, okay. And I'll play the mountain.
Mountain.
One, two. Runaways Teamkin.
All right. Runaway Steamkin. So that is Rhino's big mana production.
Yeah. And this time I'm gonna make
We're going to make it count.
Volt Charge.
All right.
Count.
So
3 damage. I'm not gonna do it into your creature.
you're going to do it to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, I guess that's all I can do.
All right. Jungle Hollow.
Get to get by.
Yeah, let me get the Jungle Hollow. Bump up the volume.
I'll pump you up. Pump you up.
All right. I am going to play Managorger.
Oh, no.
Managorger Hydra. Then I'm going to play a Murderous Rider, which will put a 1/1 counter on Managorger. Pass turn.
Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna get past that manic order. And another land.
Okay.
Mm. I am going to do a drumming bird
Okay. Thrumming Bird.
that does not get a one counter. It's not a red spell.
No, but this gets a 1/1 counter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. Herald of
The
Secret Streams.
Okay, so there's Harry.
He gets annoying really quickly.
Yes.
Combat.
Okay.
Swing at you for 2. Unblockable.
Why is it unblockable? Because he's got it. All right. All right. I will take 2. Okay.
And it is your turn.
All right. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Ah, yes. The mana train is running. All right. I might be able to do something now. Vivian, champion of the wild. So all my creatures now have flash. All right. And I can. Yes, Managorger will go up to a 4. And let's see here. So, oops. So I can look at the top 3 cards of my library, exile 1 face down, put it the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as that card remains exile, I may look at it and I may cast it if it's a creature spell. So I can pull up more creature spells if I need them for any sorts of reasons. The +1, though, is a target creature gains vigilance and reach. So,
until your next turn.
yes, until my next turn. So I think I'm going to +1 her. and give the Managorger vigilance and reach. Um, I am going to tap 2 for Elvish Visionary. Draw 1. This goes up to a 5. Managorger.
Oh, great Scott.
This will go up to a 6. All right. Combat. I will swing with this for 7 and this for 2.
I'll block the one with the 2.
Okay. They will bounce, but I will gain 2 life because it has lifelink. And
The
7 comes in.
7 comes in.
All right. Pass turn.
Tap.
So now I can block a Thrumming Bird.
Yeah. Unless I has a
1/1 counter on it. Yeah.
counter on it. Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I draw. I'm gonna play a Temple of Epiphany.
Temple of Epiphany.
I'm gonna scry
All right.
that on top.
You're going to hit me for 2 unblockable.
Yeah.
Knock me down to 5 again. All right.
And it is your turn.
All right. All right. Jungle Hollow. There we go. I will gain 1. Um, Ravenous Kupachabra.
You're gonna kill the
I'm going to kill Harry.
because he's a bit hairy.
Yeah. So that gets a 1, and this gets a 1. Um, all right, let's see here. To do that, I think I'm going to do this. Lord Skittering's Butcher. So there's Lord Skittering's Butcher. That rolls up to a 2. That rolls up to a 2. So I have 3 modes that I can choose from. I could create a Black Rat creature token with it can't block. I may sacrifice another creature. If I do scry 2, then draw a card. And then another one where creatures you control gain menace until end of turn. Let's see. What happens if my creatures gain menace? That'd be 2, 4, 5, 8, uh, 8, 9, 11, 17.
Not to kill me.
Yes, that would definitely be the win. Hmm. Well, that makes the most sense, right?
Right.
And then I will +1 Vivian to give that vigilance and swing in for 17.
And
Okay.
everything is menace.
Yeah. So put you down to -4. Want to try it again?
Yeah.
All right.
And Magma Jet was on top.
Okay.
I was hoping for the and I was man flooded.
Yes, you were, and I was mana starved at the beginning. So that's why I had such a slow start. I started out with Vivian in my hand, uh, but there was no way to protect her. And that's one of the things you kind of have to do with your planeswalkers. Make sure you have protectors out.
And
One of those things that a lot of people that play with planeswalkers don't realize. All right. So we will bring up Chandra again, and we'll bring up Vivian again. That was good. I was sweating it.
how much life were you at?
I was at I was at 6. I would have gained 2 more because of the murderous rider. Um,
Mm.
I think this deck could definitely handle a little bit more life gain in it than what I currently have. But you know, we are trying to keep the costs down. And let's see.
And I think that deck needs more put this mm, on counter on.
Yeah. Let's see. So as the decks stand right now, the Chandra. Oh, wait a second. It's not there. That's why I can't find it. It
No
is
way.
Chandra Fire Artisan is running around right under $20. Um,
This is what I had in hand.
well, it was playable.
Yeah.
A lot of tap. Um,
Oh, and I could have.
oops. And um,
Yeah, I had a scribe, but
and the Vivian Champion of the Wilds is right around $12. So they let me go ahead and
do I go down to 6?
no. I'm gonna, we need to make sure that we can play a reasonable game. So there we go. All right, so mine. So this is my first draw, and I will play this. I think. Uh,
Mm. gamble, but I'll play it.
Okie dokie. Well, you've got first if you want it.
Yeah. When
Island. All right. I am going to draw. Play a swamp. Pass turn.
mm, mm, okay, I'll play a
Sulfur
sulfur
Falls. Okay. So,
untapped because I control
a
island.
island. Yes. And yeah, so that's a pretty reasonable, yeah, relatively inexpensive card. I mean, it's 81 cents. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why that deck is so much more expensive. We wanted to make sure that it wasn't too crippled with tap lands.
And I'm going to pass turn.
All right. I'm going to play a forest. And with that forest, I'm going to pass turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to play a experimental augury. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in the order.
So it allows you to basically brainstorm, sort of, and then you proliferate.
And put one into your hand and the rest of it. And I don't show it to you.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library.
And proliferate, which I don't.
Yeah, which you can't do anything about. All right. So you get to build up the perfect hand for you, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's not your turn. I did.
Oh, you did it on my end step. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. To play this one.
Okay.
And um play oh
Okay.
wait, I only need to do that. Oh wait, I meant to do
Okay, you play that for
I
okay.
meant
Okay.
I meant to play Runaway Steamkin.
Runaway Steamkin. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's your turn.
All right. I will play a swamp. Uh, all right. I am going to play a Callous Blood Mage. So when Callous Blood Mage enters the battlefield, I have 1 of 3. I can create a black and green pest creature token that when this creature dies, I gain a life. Or I can draw a card and lose 1 life. or I can exile target player's library. Well, I'm not that worried about your library. And the pest seems interesting, I think.
Exile's
And
exile target
hmm?
graveyard.
Yeah,
Not you said
library. Sorry. Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah, it's the graveyard. Let's see. The pests token.
I'm sure we have one.
Yeah, pretty certain we do too. Just trying to find it in alphabetical order is going to be difficult. All right, we have one. Uno. So, I think I'm going to do that. So now I have two creatures on the battlefield. Best turn. So if you swing at me, I'm going to get you.
Maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This time.
Now you do the Kumano. Faces of Kumano. Kumano. Faces of Kazan. Kakazan.
Gargazan.
All right. So it's one. So it deals one damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control. So I take one. Doom. All right.
And then
You cast a red spell.
yeah. And I'm going to pass turn.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. I think I'm going to play an Evolving Wilds. I am going to play an Elvish Visionary. Draw a card. And I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice this. Get me a swamp. All right. Give me a good cut if you so desire. And I will go into combat. Swing for one.
I'm going to.
They're going to eat it and give me my life back.
Yeah.
All right. I will pass turn.
At the end of your turn.
Experimental augury. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I'm going to get this one.
Okay.
Oh, and I get to
Roll that up with the proliferate.
yeah.
Yeah. However, the +1/1/1 counter will not work unless you can cast a creature on my turn.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. This will turn into
You'll turn that into the hasty guy.
basically, yeah. It's guy.
Okay. What else are you going to do?
To the Temple of Epiphany.
Temple of Epiphany.
I'm gonna keep that on top.
And the Temple of Epiphany is a scry.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. All right. So you got a 1 on that. Deals 1 damage to me.
Yeah, and it doesn't deal any creep.
Yeah, not to creatures. It's just player and planeswalker, which makes it good in planeswalker decks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into combat.
Okay. Hmm. Well, that is unfortunate. For my next turn, actually. Um. All right. I'm going to block with the Callous Blood Mage there. And I will take the 4. Anything else?
No.
Okay. So these will trade. This goes into exile.
No, this is
And anything else?
no.
All right. All right. Okay, let's see here. I am going to play a um Murderous Rider's Adventure. I'm going to destroy target creature.
Hmm. In response, I'm going to attempt to and flash in Brian Bourne Cutthroat.
Okay.
Whenever I cast
A spell during an opponent's turn, put a 1/1 counter on it. It doesn't count for that.
yeah. Um um and yeah, he's coming.
Okay. Okay. Um, combat. I'm gonna swing with my 1/1.
Not going to block.
Okay. Alrighty. Pass turn.
Keep and draw. I'm going to play a mountain.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this.
That rolls up to a 2. So if you cast a creature, it gets 1/1 counter on it.
Yeah. I'm going to pay 4 and do Chandra.
Okay. So Chandra has a 4. You run a pluser.
Yeah. Play the land, so.
Yep.
I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do anything else.
Well, you can swing for 2. This is not on the battlefield.
Yeah.
That's on an adventure if you want. And hit me for 2.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. All right. All righty. Um,
Oh.
all right. I am going to play Vivian, Champion of the Wilds.
Okay.
Um, and I am going to +1 her to give this vigilance and reach. Woohoo! Um, and
Mainly for the vigilance.
yeah, hit you for 1.
Ow.
All right, and pass turn.
And draw. And this
This will go to 3 and convert.
basically comfort.
It's a transformer. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to first do one. Yeah. Contingent plan.
Okay. Contentious plan.
Contingent.
Contentious. Yeah. So proliferate.
Yeah.
All right. And then draw a card.
And I'm going to only attack with
That.
that. Yeah.
I'm going to flash in my Murderous Rider,
That's right.
and I will block.
In fact, I have a trick up my sleeve.
Ah.
Do magma jet
Okay. So, Magma Jet.
is deal 2 damage to any target,
And
and I
scry 2. Okay. Okay. This will die, and this will die. Both of them will.
yeah.
But I will still.
And
No, no, it was. You did that during your turn.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, now, when this dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. All right.
But it was when it was dealt damage.
No, when it dies, it.
Oh,
Yeah.
if it was dealt damage this turn by the source you control, exile it.
Yeah, it still dies.
Um,
Uh,
I'm gonna keep.
okay, I'm taking care of putting this back into your graveyard.
I'm gonna keep.
All right. Anything else?
Um, I'm going. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you already did that, didn't you?
Yeah, Scried.
Yeah, I mean, you've only had
I.
Chandra out twice, 2 turns.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
All right. Okay.
Oh, so you were to attack her, then deals that much damage.
Yes.
Ah, now I understand.
Now you understand that's the thing that everybody goes, but it's only when she does a -7. And it's like, no, not quite. Uh, so
That's
all right, let's see here. But yeah, then the -7 is pretty nasty.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, all right. Skullport Menace. Merchant. I make a treasure token when it enters the battlefield.
I know we have a treasure token.
QRSST. No treasure tokens.
No treasure token. How many more of those went?
Yeah. Mhm. Um, So when Chandra she deals that much damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Let's see. Do I want to deal with your life total or do I want to deal with Chandra? I think I'm going to swing this at Chandra. Oh, wait a second. I +1 this for 6. Give it vigilance. Hit Chandra. Now you can block if you so desire.
No, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, so she goes down to a 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you for 1. Was it?
Yeah, you hit me 1 for 1.
Chandra's nasty.
Yeah. I'm going to play another Skullport Merchant. And I will pass turn.
Only you had a blink.
Or another Skullport Merchant.
Don't tell me.
There's 3 in the deck.
Who knew? Who knew? I'm going to I'm going to plus this and put down Ion Storm.
Okay, Ion Storm. Now, Ion Storm is an interesting card. And it is much misunderstood. So you can remove a 1/1 counter or a charge counter from a permanent you control, and then it deals 2 damage to any target. So you want 1/1 counters to be on your permanents. Now, loyalty counters are not 1/1 counters or charge counters.
I'm going to do it. 1, 2. Remove a 1 counter.
What? No. It's not a 1/1 counter. That's a loyalty counter.
Or a... Oh.
Yes. That's the downside of that. Yeah. Unfortunately, the wording is very specific. So that's why you want to cast things on my turn to build this up, to remove them, to deal 2 damage. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, I could play it.
All right, let's get that out of your way. All right.
Good.
All right. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to do this and this and this. So let's see here. Huh. I think I'm going to -2 this. So when I -2 it, I look at the top 3 cards of my library. And exile 1 face down and put the rest on the bottom of your card. And I may be able to cast it if it's a creature card.
Okay.
All right, that's the card I'm going to put there.
What card?
I exile it.
Oh.
So I may look at it and I can cast it whenever I feel like it. So you've got a message here. Looking sexy rhino. Daddy said to say it to his face. All right. Let's see here. I can potentially do something. All right. I am going to swing at you all out for a total of 3.
At who?
At you. For 3. You're going to block?
No.
Okay. Go down to 15. She's going to bed. All right. I don't want to do that way. So I think so I need 3, and I think I want 3 that way. So 1 black and 2 others for a covert cut purse. So it's just a 2/1. Destroy target creature you don't control that was dealt damage this turn. So I'm going past turn.
True. I'm going to do a Temple of Epiphany.
Okay.
I'm going to keep that on top. Oh, okay.
All right. You're starting to like the deck. Okay. This is a problem.
I'm gonna +1 her.
Okay, going up to 7.
Going up to 7. Yeah.
All right. All right.
And Academy Elite.
Okay, Academy Elite. So, yeah, this is one of the really expensive
3.
cards in this deck. It's 16 cent.
Mm,
Now, I don't have any instants or sorceries.
yeah, probably.
So how many you got?
4.
4. So it is a 4/4. Yeah, we only put 1 in the deck. I think it would probably be better with 2.
Yeah.
But we just need to fiddle around with it a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I need 2, 3, 4. Um, 2, 1. Pass turn.
Hmm. All right.
And this time I have a big beefy boy.
Yes, you do have a big beefy boy. Um. Okay. Oh, I can -2 and get another one. Let me do that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. All right. I'm going to swing all out at you. So that's a total of 5.
Roll 5.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the 2/1 is gonna block the 2/1,
Okay.
and
You're going to block a 1/4.
I yeah
So both of these will die.
yeah,
Okay. So that dies,
and that
and these 2 die.
no,
That died, right?
this doesn't die.
Yeah, that does not die. All right.
Yeah. Brian Bourne.
Uh,
Started.
you've got 2 in the deck.
Okay.
Mana Gorger. Um, and the Silk Weaver Elite.
With the revolt.
So the revolt kicked in. Um, so that gets a 1/1 counter. Um, okay. Pass turn.
We'll play another land.
Okay.
And I'm going to
-7.
I'm going to wheel.
Okay. So
It's basically wheeling.
yeah.
One,
So basically, he's exile the top 7 cards of your library.
5,
And you play them this turn.
7.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you still have your hand. Yeah, it doesn't say
Yeah,
discard your hand. So,
I know.
all right. So I go down to 7, or are you going to take out
Uh,
Vivian?
you're.
Yeah, I'm at 14.
I'm going at you.
Okay, so you're going to take out Vivian, or take out, hit 7 of me. All right.
And let's see.
You already played a land, didn't you?
No.
No.
Oh
Okay.
wait, yeah, I did.
Okay. So go ahead and put your lands in exile because you will not be able to use those. That will simplify things for you. That and this temple. All right.
Sadly.
All right.
Okay. First, do I have enough? 2, 3, 6, 5. Yeah, I have enough to play all of it.
Okay. You just got to make sure that you do it in the proper order.
I'm gonna do it in proper order.
Okay.
2, 3.
And what are you doing? All right.
Yeah,
What you going to do first?
I'm gonna do the flux channel.
Okay. So, Flux Channeler. All right.
And then I'm going to do spark jolt.
Okay. Spark Jolt on.
At you.
All right.
This will go up. And then oh.
No, this doesn't go up because of. Okay, it doesn't go up because it's in the graveyard. It does it because of Flux Channeler. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're missing a mana, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So which one makes more sense? The draw a card or the proliferate and draw a card, or the um yeah look
This makes no sense.
okay. Look at the
Top 3.
top 3 and then proliferate. Okay. So this will go up, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So that goes up to a 6. This goes up to a 4.
That makes no sense. And
And then you proliferate, making this a 7.
that's gone.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I have a 7/7. I have a
And I have a 5/5
5.
and a 2/2. Hmm?
I'm missing a mana. No pass turn.
Um, What do I want to do?
I thought I had enough.
Um, okay. Well, this makes things a little interesting. Uh, all right. Sarah says, Mom said I can keep watching, but keep the sound down. All right, let's see. I am. Oh, two. Sacrifice it. All right. Ravenous Kupachabra.
Not that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Dad. I did the -7.
Yes, you did my. I'm at 6. You're at 15. I got
So,
so. Gotta do stuff, man. I gotta do stuff. All right, I'm going to -2.
there's only one in the deck.
Yeah. And I take a look at the top three. 1, 2, 3. Um, I am. All right. That is the special exile there. Um,
I thought I had.
Vivian. Um,
Move counters from that.
hmm?
Move counters from that.
So what I'll do with Vivian is I will plus I will give this vigilance and reach. It already has trampled. And let me take a look at my 2 cards here. All right. I will swing for 7 now. 7. That. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So 7, 8, 9.
9.
How old is Rhino now?
18.
Yeah, he's 18. Uh, so is there a lag between our voices and what you see video-wise, or is it just a lag because there's a built-in lag of like 20 seconds?
Mm,
So 9 coming at you. We'll knock you down to 6. Even you up with me.
even if I block,
Even if you block. Doesn't matter what you block. You could block this and kill it.
I'm gonna take it.
You're going to take it. Okay. So Rhino goes down to 6. Uh, oops. I thought, all right. That's not going to work there. Okay.
Only that had
Oh.
hex. Or reward for this.
Yeah.
I think I know what this tech means. Hexproof.
Okay. Um,
Reward.
we could do that. Um, 6 to 6. I got some
Type
creatures.
freeze.
Yeah. Past turn. If you have basically 2 lightning bolts,
Then I draw basically 2 lightning bolts.
you might have them.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to do a magma jet at you.
Okay, magma jet at me. Hang on a second. Magma jet right there is 2 damage to me. All right.
You get a scry too. And then keep that on
Top. Put the other one on the bottom.
Okay, that goes to the graveyard.
Yep.
Okay.
Land.
And um 1, 2, 3, 4. Chandra.
Okay. I'm going to bring up Chandra again. All right. So she's got a 4. Plus her up to a 5. Do you have enough to play the top card?
I do.
All right.
5. Opt.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna play it.
Okay. If you play it, then this proliferates,
Oh, yeah, that's
right?
right.
And then you get to draw a card. Okay.
Not enough.
All right. This got no, got 3. Yep.
Yeah, I got nothing. You got it.
Well, let me do this. On your turn, I am playing a Filigree Familiar. Um, so that way I can gain my 2 life. I was hoping that you were going to have basically the ability to shock me. Um,
I was thinking about doing
um,
the full charge.
okay.
It wouldn't matter.
Then Llanowar Visionary. Um, Ravenous Kupachabra.
Killing the Flux Chandler.
Yep. That goes up to 5. Draw a card. And what's that? Oh, my land for turn. No, that was not my land for turn. That was the land I accidentally turned over. This would be my land for turn. And then swing all out. Oh, after I plus this up, so
Yeah.
it had vigilance. Or actually, I could have knocked it down to 3, but I didn't have enough mana to cast anything anyway. Especially with 2 black, the only 2-drop I've got is Elvish Visionary. All right. So
yeah, I drew a.
so
and there was that land.
okay. So this was
I think that's good.
yeah. I mean they're pretty close decks considering. Um
12, 12.
we need to so the Academy Elite, we only have 1 in that deck. We probably need 2. But that's one of those that you kind of have to balance what you're doing, because if we did 2 in there, we'd have to get rid of something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised that you didn't get more of the Brineborn Cutthroats. That would be this card right here.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a good card to have in there or not. I mean, I've kind of figured that most of, you would be holding back and casting stuff on my turn, and then that would go up. And we can possibly swap and try the decks.
Yeah, I think that would be best.
Yeah. You want to do that now, or is that enough for tonight?
Not tonight.
All right. So.
Okay.
All right. So, I can tell Sarah's still on. She's building a dinosaur in real life. I'm supposing that she's doing genetic manipulation. And for some reason, she's saying he is so hot for being an adult. So I'm assuming she's talking about the dinosaur and not you.
Okay.
All right. So both of these games were really, really close.
Yes, they were.
Because you were right at the point where you were about ready to take me out, and I just got enough to get over the hump.
Yeah.
So that's I mean that's a good sign. But we can we can make these decks a little bit better, I think.
I think more scrying.
Okay. You got a ton of scry in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
and more creatures.
Well, if you do more creatures than Academy Elite, well, Academy Elite also is based off of your opponent's graveyard. Now, in this case, my graveyard didn't have much.
Yeah.
And really, when we build a 60-card deck kind of normally, number of instants and sorcery cards. Instants and sorceries probably be somewhere around 8 to 10 total in the deck. So at that point, maybe 3 or 4. I don't know.
3 or 4 in the deck.
No, 3 or 4 in the graveyard. So
Oh,
you would potentially have like a 6/6. But then again, there's a lot of proliferate in this deck, so
yeah,
so that's good. And
I noticed that.
yeah, so I suppose we could bring up that deck. I mean, there are some options. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Um, I can. Um, there we go. Okay, so
That is my deck.
okay, hang on. Let me get it a little bit better set here. Want to do this. We'll slide this over this way. And so Cursed Mirror is neat and all, but it is a $2 card. So and it potentially goes over our budget.
Yes.
Midnight Clock. That may work. I kind of liked what it did. I'm thinking that the Ion Storm is not a good card for the deck. I mean, if you had the Academy Elite out, well, with the mana that you had, when I did the removal, you could have gone, okay, 2, deal 2 damage to you, 2, do 2 damage to you.
Shock, shock, shock.
Yeah, shock, shock, shock. All right. This is
The Forge.
yeah. This one is. I mean, it deals 2 damage to any target for 2.
Yeah.
And you can flash it.
Yeah.
And then you can sacrifice it and scry 2. So, but it's an enchantment. If it were, I don't know, if there was some other way for it to be an instant or sorcery. Okay, Play with Fire. This one's really cool. Deals 2 damage to any target. And if a player is dealt damage this way, then scry 1. So I think this one, in some respects, is better than the Spark Jolt.
Yes.
Because it's, but Spark Jolt, you can do it to a creature.
Yeah.
Okay. So Play with Fire might be a better bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Slumbering Dragon. All right. I really wanted to have that in that deck, but I think it's too expensive.
Can attack.
Yeah, it can't attack unless it has 5 or more 1/1 counters on it.
Whenever
Creature you or planeswalker you control. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, put a 1/1 counter on Slumbering Dragon. Now, this is one of those that would be really cool if it'd be cool if you could have like 4 of these in the deck and you didn't have many creatures, and this was the creatures that you brought out. So it's like, okay, you hit me, you hit me, hit me. Okay, now I have the dragon. Because you have you end up with a 5/5 or 5 on there, and it's an 8/8 flying dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Tarion Mauler, great changeling. Whenever a opponent casts a spell, you may put a 1/1 counter on it. So it's like the red Mana Gorger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Mana Gorger, I can put counters on it too. Viral Drake. This is got Infect. Unfortunately, it is an expensive card. Well, relatively speaking. This would be great if we ran it up to, oh, okay, we're going to do a $40 deck as opposed to a $20 deck, $20 or less. Now, if we got rid of some of the lands in here, we could possibly throw in one or two of those. And then you would have Infect, which would be nasty as well.
And then the 4 proliferate.
Yeah.
And it has commas. So you can keep doing it.
Yeah,
Over
it has a colon. Yeah. Palladian Arcanist. This was a mana dork.
And only
for
for
instants and sorceries. But it's mainly instants and sorceries. This is a mana dork for instants and sorceries, but it gives you blue instead.
Yeah.
So I think this is better than this one. Yeah, because that's only colorless. This is blue. And Wizard's class.
You have no maximum hand size.
Yeah, but look at the price there. It's a $3 card. At least a $3 card. Yeah, you draw 2 cards. And whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature you control. So I'm thinking we don't want Ion Storm.
Yeah.
All right. But we need to play it again. And I need to play it to see if because I might be able to play the Ion Storm. I don't know.
Yeah, Shock is the Ion Storm is nice.
Yeah.
I didn't get to use it.
Yeah.
You have 2 in your range.
Yeah, 2 Ion Storms in there. Now, darn it, I keep grabbing and hitting the wrong thing. All right, so the Vivian deck. The Vivian deck is all creatures. And I think we pretty much brought out all of the creatures in the game. Yeah. So, since Vivian gives all your creatures flash, you get Vivian out, and then you can flash any of these out, and those enter the battlefield triggers are basically your combat trick. Well, not necessarily your combat tricks. Well, it could be your combat tricks because
Ravenous Chupacabra.
yeah. Yeah. Deck building is certainly a fun part of Magic, as so much fun says. So the covert Cutpurse. If I could have cast it for Disturb, it comes in, yeah, and actually the Disturb cost is 5. 4 and a black. You know, it's got Flying and Death Touch. And so that is a really, really nasty flyer. Elvish Visionary, Filigree, Llanowar Visionary.
And then he came up with the ETB.
Yeah, the whole ETB things. Murderous Rider. Yeah, I think the Ravenous Chupacabra is great.
Keeping that in there.
Yeah. Silkweaver Elite. The Skullport Merchant. And you can use this to draw cards. And at one point I was thinking, okay, I could sacrifice my Elvish Visionary. And it would allow me to draw a card, and then I could throw in another Silkweaver Elite and draw another card. So there's a lot of card draw in this, which actually I was pretty surprised that it worked that well. Now, the one card that we have in the maybe board is this Gravelighter. So when it enters battlefield, draw a card if a creature died this turn. Otherwise, each player sacrifices a creature. So that would allow me to do some of these would allow me to do the Silkweaver Elite trigger, the Revolt trigger, and stuff like that. So they're pretty darn close. This one is a $12 deck, and
Mine deck
is hovering around $20. But actually, it's because you've got nearly $9 in lands.
yeah, sure.
Yes, Rhino can see chat. He's just ignoring the chat at the moment. He's paying attention to the.
I can't see the chat.
Yes, you can. You can see the chat.
I can see the chat, but
he just can't read. That's what it is. Can't read.
I can read, but
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't read at all. Okay, so the
anyway.
So the Ion Storm. Okay, it's not the Ion Storm. Okay, it's the yeah, we're doing about $3 in instance. Not much in the Planeswalkers, but it's the lands here. It's the Sulphur Falls. And I don't know that we can. Is there a cheaper version of Sulphur Falls?
I think the only ones.
Okay, that one comes up as a nothing. Dominaria Remastered is more expensive. That's slightly cheaper. Tales of Middle Earth version. That's only 77 cents. Oh, the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. But we happen to have the Dominaria version. Come on. All right, it is not like okay. We got this Dominaria version.
Yeah.
Or Innistrad. Yeah. So if we went with the Lost Caverns version, that would drop the price down a bit. $17. Sarah says that you and her need to play sometime.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. So let's see here. What other thing? I mean, that was pretty much the most expensive thing in there was the Sulphur Falls. I'm surprised the experimental augury is that expensive. 72 cents for a common.
Yeah, the experimental augury makes the most sense. Because
you can put it in your hand.
And you don't get to look at it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I don't get to. Yeah.
And either way, I'm gonna get into proliferate.
Now, steady progress is good because you proliferate and then you draw a card.
Yeah.
So, the whole reason why we've got these cards in here is, we were looking for scry and proliferate. And that's hard to do in Is It? So we need to, yeah. We'll need to play this again sometime.
Yeah.
We could potentially play, well, if we're going to do it during the night, we won't have another night free until next week. Because
tomorrow
your mother and sister are coming home from their cruise.
Yeah.
And yeah. All right.
She's gonna be exhausted.
Yeah. All right. So let's do this. Why don't you go ahead and sign us out?
Alrighty. Well, thank you for watching us play, and more videos coming out soon. So until then, Rhino out.